You have been lied to your entire life. Every teacher, every parent, every motivational speaker told you the same thing. Be kind, be generous, help people, give more than you take. And you believed them. You became the person who always showed up, the one who always said yes, the one who put everyone else first. And what did it get you? People who take you for granted. Relationships where you give everything and receive nothing. A life where you are respected by no one because you have taught them through your own actions that you cost nothing. Machiavelli watched this for his entire life. He watched good men get destroyed. He watched generous rulers lose their kingdoms. He watched kind people get used, then discarded, then replaced. And he came to one conclusion that will change the way you see every relationship you have ever had. He said, the most dangerous thing a man can do is make kindness his identity. Not because kindness is wrong, but because when you are kind without conditions, without standards, without limits, you are not being kind to others. You are being cruel to yourself. And here is the part no one will tell you. When you stop being endlessly kind, when you finally draw the line, you do not become a bad person. You become a respected one. You become someone people think twice about before they use, someone people value because they finally understand what it costs to lose you. This is not cruelty. This is not selfishness. This is Machiavelli's most misunderstood lesson. And by the end of this video, you will never see your kindness the same way again. Machiavelli spent years studying power. Not the power of armies, not the power of weapons, the power that exists in every single human relationship, in every office, every friendship, every family. And he noticed something that almost no one talks about. People do not respect what they did not earn. Think about that for a moment. When you give someone your time freely, they do not value your time. When you give someone your loyalty without them earning it, they do not protect your loyalty. When you say yes to everything, your yes means nothing. Machiavelli called this the trap of the generous prince. A ruler who gave everything to his people did not earn their love, he earned their expectation. And the moment he could not give, they turned on him. The same thing happens to you. When you are the person who always helps, always forgives, always accommodates, people do not see a good person. They see a resource, something to be used when needed and ignored when not. This is not their fault. This is human nature. Machiavelli understood that people, by default, will take as much as they are given. So the question is not, should I stop caring? The question is, what happens when you stop being available for free? Here is what Machiavelli observed. When a man who was once endlessly generous suddenly stops, when he starts applying standards, setting limits, walking away from people who do not reciprocate, something shifts. The people who were using him suddenly pay attention because now there is something at stake. Now your presence costs something. Your time means something. Your help is not a guarantee, it is an honor. And people treat things differently when they know they can lose them. This is the paradox Machiavelli wanted you to understand. Pulling back your kindness does not make people value you less, it makes them value you more. But there is a second part to this, and this is where most people stop too soon. Machiavelli also said this: the man who is never kind is feared. The man who is sometimes kind is respected, because now your kindness means something. When you help someone after they have seen you walk away from others, they understand that your help is rare, that it was chosen, that they earned it. Your kindness becomes a reward, not an obligation.
Think about the people in your life who you respect the most. Not the people who said yes to everything, not the people who bent over backwards every time you called. The people you respect are the ones who had standards, who valued their own time, who helped you but made you feel like you deserved it. That feeling, that is Machiavelli's lesson in action. Now let us go deeper, because there is one more thing he observed that almost no one talks about. Endless kindness does not just destroy how others see you, It destroys how you see yourself. Every time you say yes when you mean no, a small part of your self-respect disappears. Every time you forgive someone who has not changed, you teach your own mind that your limits do not matter. Every time you give to someone who never gives back, you reinforce the belief that you are not worth reciprocating. Over time, this is not just a social problem, it becomes a psychological one. Machiavelli understood that a man who does not respect himself cannot demand respect from others, not because the world is unfair, but because you set the price that people pay for your presence. And if you set that price at zero, do not be shocked when people treat you like you are worth nothing. The kindest thing you can do for yourself and for the people around you is to stop being available without cost. Because when you finally start valuing yourself, one of two things will happen. The people who actually care about you will rise to meet your standards. They will appreciate you more. The relationship will become real, built on mutual respect, instead of one person endlessly giving and the other endlessly taking. And the people who only valued you for what you gave them, they will leave. And that, Machiavelli would tell you, is not a loss. That is the answer to a question you were afraid to ask.
Here is what Machiavelli never said out loud, but wrote between every line of The Prince. The world does not reward kindness. The world rewards positioning. And positioning is simply this: making sure people understand what they stand to gain by treating you well and what they stand to lose by not. You do not do this with aggression. You do not do this with ultimatums. You do it by simply becoming someone who has standards, someone who walks when they are not valued, someone whose presence in a room is not guaranteed, it is earned. That shift, that single shift in how you carry yourself, changes everything. People start calling back. People start showing up. People start treating your time like it matters because you have shown them through your actions that it does. This is not manipulation. Machiavelli never told you to be cold or calculating or cruel. He told you to be real. Real means I care about people, but I care about myself too. Real means I will give to those who deserve it, and I will stop bleeding for those who do not. Real means my kindness is not free, because my time is not free, and my energy is not free, and neither is my peace. The moment you understand this, you will stop feeling guilty for setting limits. You will stop feeling like you are a bad person for walking away from people who drain you. You will stop performing kindness for an audience that never applauds, and instead, you will become something far more powerful than the person who is always nice. You will become the person who is always real. And real people, people with standards, with limits, with self-respect, they do not just survive in this world, they lead it. Machiavelli was not teaching you to be ruthless. He was teaching you to stop being naive. Stop giving your best to people who give you their worst. Stop saving everyone else while you are drowning. Stop being so kind that you forget to be fair to yourself. Because the kindest thing you can do for yourself and for the people who truly deserve you is to finally stop being endlessly kind to everyone who does not. If this changed how you see things, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe, because every week we go deeper.